Yeah, good morning. Sawadika. Welcome to Thailand. In today's video, YouTube is about the beauty industry. And I want to give you a background of why I'm talking about it. I have a teenager daughter and one 17 years old, and I have been just blown away at the transformation, especially in the last year with hair products and facial creams and conversations around the beauty industry. I haven't been around a 9-year-old for quite some time. And then here in Thailand, I was just blown away. Her conversation, the maturity. In fact, my teenager daughters were blown away about the self-consciousness of the beauty industry. Now, I want to give you a bit of a background of my beauty industry. I grew up in the 70s, 80s and 90s. We didn't have Botox that I knew it. Cosmetic surgery, if anyone did it in Hollywood, it was a botched job. You can see that with so many beautiful stars. But the other reason why I'm talking about it, like I grew up with Sophie Loren, Elle Macpherson, because I'm Australian. I mean, I used to just look at her and just a natural beauty. That's why she became a model. The 90s models, right? Yeah, Naomi Campbell. They were just natural beauties. There wasn't Photoshop, there wasn't tech. So they were just naturally beautiful. And that's who we were comparing ourselves to. Vogue magazines, all these glossy magazines that I couldn't afford to buy, but I'd go into the local news agency and just look at it. And also brands like Country Road. Country Road, is an Australian brand that used to be amazing quality. It's not anymore. So these were I'm giving you sort of my background. And Linda Evangelista, I wrote about her because of what happened, her cosmetic surgery gone wrong, and she's, doesn't look amazing anymore compared to her natural beauty. And we come to a point, well, Nicole Kidman, let me talk about her and that. I just watched Baby Girl. Oh my goodness, I was shocked. I didn't even know it was her. But didn't say Nicole Kidman. I mean, she's had so much done. And with the beauty industry, especially Demi Moore, also I grew up with. If you look at them now, they're what you call the lollipop women. So they're just so thin, their body's so thin, and their hair. And of course they've had massive cosmetic surgery, because it's a multi-billion dollar industry and they got the money to do so, and Hollywood commands that. And as females growing older, hard in Hollywood to be, employed as an actress. Not in Europe, that's completely different. And I live in Italy, and I see absolutely gorgeous, beautiful women aging gracefully. And again, it's all about affordability, isn't it? And so today's video is just a discussion on the beauty industry, the transformation. I'm in Asia. I see trends that I haven't even come to the West yet, or to Australia. I mean, the Korean. I went to Korea, Seoul, 10 years ago, and was already blown away, overwhelmed at cleansing products, hair products, whitening, teeth whitening. I'm not grown up in it. We just had limited choices. Our go-to was just a chemist, which is a pharmacy in Australia. But now you've got Watson, you've got Even Boy here, which is endless amounts. I go into Bangkok and it's just like, how much crap can you buy? And my daughter knows it all, my 17-year-old, because she's watching TikTok. I mean, she's obsessed. with her beautiful curly hair, and the amount of hair products is just ridiculous. I told her, listen, if you're going to keep buying this, start making investments or start creating something, because you can make a lot of money. So she's studying enterprise, and we have started our own businesses successfully for the last 30 years. So I'm like, don't go working for the beauty industry, go creating hair products. And I have to say, to be fair, she's introduced me to stuff for my hair, which is terrible. I'll wake up and go out and not even brush my hair. I mean, it's terrible. That wasn't my role models. And even my niece goes like, oh, did you brush your hair this morning? So I'm a lot more conscious. I've got another daughter, beautiful hair. My husband's Dutch, so it's blonde. There's lots of levels of blonde. When I take it to the hairdressers ask me, what colour products have you put in? It's all natural. She says to me she wants to change the colour of her hair at 15, already at 13, because of the pressure of the beauty industry, because she said I'm so common. No, anyone with natural hair isn't common anymore. And I've written, oh my God, I got called an old hag, boring, a troll and a Karen, because I called out a salon down under who looked like Kim Kardashian, the platinum hair, Katie Price, the tattoos head to toe, the Botox lips, the Angry Bird microblading. This is microblading, but I need you to do it again. And oh my goodness, look, when you attack someone personally, of course, but I just said who she looked like and how common she looked like. And well, it all kicked off, and which is great. I'm going to put all the links below of the articles and what kicked off, and why people are so upset at me for just calling out the beauty industry. As I said, I'm from the 70s, 80s, 90s. We didn't have options. I didn't even have the disposable income. My daughter, I'm like, listen, I ain't buying any more of those hair products. You use them. I use her hair products because, it's a lot of money. And I said, from now on, you can spend hundreds and hundreds of euro just on hair products in a month. Well, that's okay if you can afford it. Who can afford this? Who can afford? And I have reviewed like salons in at the Ritz Hotel, worked with Tony and Guy. I've been backstage of Paris Fashion Week, London Fashion Week, Italian Fashion Week. And I said, can I tell you, the models are the most unhealthy people I've ever met regarding food, diet, and you've got Photoshop editing now. I mean, okay, let's talk about me and what I definitely can have done and thinking of doing. Top lip, I've never had a top lip. I envy anyone with top lips and I want to do it, but my husband just doesn't want me to look like a fish. And people like Katie Price are horrendous. She's corpse bride, death warmed up. She definitely has a mental health issue in that the obsession has tipped her. There's no return for Katie. Horrendous teeth whitening. I mean, I have my teeth whitening. I'm in Thailand. I'm actually going to get my teeth all cleaned this week. But there's a balance. I've just also written about the White Lotus, Amy Lou, the buck teeth that she has. And how Hollywood is like, you can fix that all. And she can. I've spent thousands on my daughter, and the reason why, she couldn't eat properly. And her face, I knew, could be structurally changed naturally by using Invisaligns. And it did. And I did it because she was a girl and she was young. But I also did it on a health front that I didn't want her to have problems when she's older with her jaw. She can eat steak now. Her speech is improved. So I did it for health reasons, but cosmetic. But Invisalign is just plastic on your teeth that takes the transformation 16 weeks, 32 weeks. And when you're young, it happens very, very quickly. And I'm very happy with the result. She had a big gap in her tooth, which we loved, but that's lost. That's because her lower jaw just got brought forward and back, and I couldn't believe the transformation. And she's still upset because she loves her gap in her teeth. But Invisalign is 5-year transformation, because when you're so young, your teeth can result back. But my daughter would have ended up looking like an Amy Lou, and that's okay. But I just wasn't having it, because I know friends that are much, much older that have jaw problems. And Amy, really honestly, if she wanted to, for health reasons, it would be better for her. But she's too famous now, and it's her teeth, her buck teeth are her signature. That's fine. This isn't what I'm talking about. Let me talk about the younger generation, which I've just written about. I've got to watch out for seaweed here. And they're 9 years and under. And let me talk to you about the conversation I'm hearing regarding, I'm just picking up a plastic glove here. Yeah. And this is what kicked it all off as well. So we go into moshi moshi. I think it's a global thing, huge here in Asia. You can get it from Laos to Vietnam, you know. We're cloning, right? Our beauty industry is cloning. And obviously Korea leads the way in hair products. And I'll give you my top inexpensive hair product treatment that I use from 7-Eleven a bit later. And so she's a tiny fusion, tiny multicultural girl. Parents are, her mum's Thai and her dad's Canadian. Gorgeous, tiny, tiny. Beautiful Asian hair, long to her bum. Asian hair is amazing. I just envy it. It just handles tropic. I think Asian people generally are just amazing. But they are influenced by the West. So I can understand. But basically, in a nutshell, she was so self-conscious. It just brought tears to my eyes. She's saying to her mum, I haven't got a bump. Well, I can relate to that, because I'm not a Kim Kardashian or from African roots. I've got a flat buttocks, and always got made fun of it, but I don't care. So she wanted to buy like a skim, not from Kardashian, because here in Asia, dupe fashion, and they just copy everything. So you can get the whole Kim Kardashian look for a lot cheaper here. Then she wanted to make her breasts bigger. She hasn't even got a period. She hasn't even got a menstrual cycle yet. And she won't have big breasts because she's Asian, right? I mean, you can't get... No, I've been to Asia for 30 years. Like, it's only, you're not going to get a Western breast like mine. So she's conscious of that. The obsession with fragrances. Now, fragrances, I live in Italy, and I would really encourage you to go for local Tuscan fragrance, or I bought one here from Vietnam. Gucci, Prada, Chanel, they're just toxic, not good for you, and you shouldn't be spraying your whole body or using deodorant as when you're just growing. I just think that is awesome. Look at that. And all rugged up. It's not cold, but nice and mild here in Hua Hin. So, yeah, and then we went to Moshi Moshi. And it really, my daughters take me in there. I rarely go in there. I get coconut oil for my body and my hair naturally done from a local lady. I got some beautiful stuff from Laos and Vietnam that are natural. Lemongrass and essential oils. I have Datura, but like Vietnam has the most authentic lemongrass. I don't need to be going, I'm blessed that I have access to very non-chemical, non-marketing products, and also jasmine soap, olive oil in Italy. So I keep to the natural products because I'm in Asia, and why wouldn't I? And it's 10 times inexpensive. Makeup is even questionable. We've got Laneige from Korea. My daughter made me pay €25 for my dark eyes. I've always had dark eyes. I'm having a gut health treatment, 50 herbs, and 2 beautiful ladies. I put all these links in. They cost me like less than €40 a treatment for 3 hours. So you're talking to the wrong person, in the sense, because I'm so well traveled, I just naturally draw these amazing products. I had a cough in Italy, chestnut, honey. So, but this younger generation, the beauty industry has brainwashed because of social media, TikTok. So my daughters, I wouldn't have even really gone down this rabbit hole. I wouldn't even know half the products, but because of my daughters, they educate me, and I'm very strict. I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that money. Let me give you an alternative, or you use the products, finish it off, and then we'll buy it. So whether shampoos, and Korea, as I said, has that marketing power. But I've been in Romania. They have incredible stuff as well. Manicure or pedicure gel. My daughters have been screaming for that. Are you kidding me? I got a real fungus infection because of the going cheap manicure pedicure in Vietnam. It was here, market, hall or village, in Hua Hin. My daughters had it done. I said, that is cheap and it's nasty, and look at the hygiene, and you're cooking that product on your toes. So I gave in once. They've got amazing nails. We've got amazing nails. I'm all for like just the not the glue on, just where you can press stud them, and they're amazing products here in Asia. In fact, I've bought 10 packets, and when I go back to Europe, I'll put them on. So I'm all, like this, natural. Well, these are man-made, but Saigon. But the beauty industry, and I'm a chameleon. I'm 54 years old. I'm really good at not getting caught up with name brands in the beauty industry as is. But as I said, I grew up with Naomi Campbell, Linda, the 90s models. My influence was completely different. I look at Vogue now, it's all marketing. I've been to fashion weeks and realised, oh my goodness, this lollipop, anorexia, thin. I'm never going to be that person. I don't want to be that person. But I have had a nose job. My first one was in 1996. I had a big honker like Danielle Ricciardo, Formula One driver, and I broke my nose. I had it done. I always got teased about it, called Gonzo, and I had it. Then I had another one, and then I broke my nose several years ago. I had another one, and actually I'm thinking of getting another one, because now with the nose job industry, I think they can really do a great job. And I don't know, it feels like my nose is growing bigger and bigger, and I can't breathe properly again, nasal passages. My nose is numb because, 30 years ago, but it clearly wasn't what it is now. So I don't feel anything, and my nose feels stiff. So I'm going to definitely get a nose job, right? And that's because it's my dad's nose. It's very masculine. I've looked at my auntie and I thought, gosh, we have this particular aging. And let's face it, women don't age well. Now the top lip thing, I've never had one, again from a dad, and I'm going to get that sorted. But these are personal choices, and the reason I do it, because I'll just look better for it, I hope. But this honker, but regarding gut health, regarding under here. I could go on and on. I've had microblading. I'll get it done. But what's absolutely horrendous, and I see a lot of Russian women, I see it in the UK, the microblading Angry Bird has gone another level. And you can just, what women have done, especially here, it's just all black ink and you don't even see the hair. And it's so dark, it's horrendous. So Tal and I, we went dark with me, but it worked. And this was done, in 2020. So, oh my goodness, I need to get it. Because as you know, with your eyebrows, as you get older, they fade. So I'm going to get that done. But I'm doing Satel, and she'll be back in central London because I know she does a fabulous job. And we work together, and she uses a proper product, and it's hygienic. And so, yeah, I'll be getting that done. And I'm all for that, and I think I look a lot better. Yeah, I could put makeup, but I don't wear makeup. I mean, you're not going to be wearing makeup. I live 6 months a year in Asia. It's just too hot. It just goes everywhere. Unless I'm in Bangkok and I get someone to do it and I'm walking around the shopping centres. And for my nose at the moment, big earrings really distract from big nose. Now, I wrote an article. You can see, I think it was one of the most incredible natural transformations I've ever had in 2014 when I was up against Lewis Hamilton, Samuel L. Jackson, Keira Knightley, Colin Firth, and the peacock feather eyelashes. We had extra fake hair, a lot of fake lips in regarding to makeup techniques, and I had £250,000 of diamonds, and I'll put that link in, and I looked amazing. And Colin Firth, Samuel L. Jackson, they thought I was from Hollywood. And you know what? I belonged in that arena and I was very confident. But you got to understand, I was in my 40s, so there wasn't insecurity in what I was doing. And also, I was the first woman in the world to put a male athlete on a catwalk for London Fashion Week. So, you know, I was there with a purpose, and yeah, that was really incredible. So much that I got bullied and they wouldn't let me into London Fashion Week again. They tried to say that I was a liar. I didn't own men's style fashion. So the beauty industry and the fashion industry is very ugly. And if you don't fit the grain, or if you're not paying big money for the catwalks, they're going to beat you out. They're going to bully you, push you out. And I let them. I got a lawyer involved. I could go back in there, go where you're welcome, as I say. And that's the beauty industry. So back to what I'm talking about, and I'm going to go this morning, go into Moshi Moshi and into Eves and Boy, which is a huge, huge conglomerate of different brands that you're probably not even knowing about here in Asia. I'll also go into Watson, which has been taken over by this fashion platinum in Bangkok is huge. The staining of your hair. I mean, the hair products. Let's talk about Australia and I watch. Oh my God, $1,800. Do you know what that is? Like £1,800, right? To have your hair coloured, to have your hair permed, or restyle 300 Australian dollars, let's say £300. And I get it because those people are talented. The Circle's Charlene from Perth. She's got 30 years experience. I mean, if you've got it, spend it. For me, hair salon is all about transformation, and it's hair extensions gone crazy. I had mine 15 years ago. It was horrendous. The technique is all different now, the natural hair. And here, it's endless options. In Asia, I mean, I can get completely transformed. I've bought wigs in the past. So you can do these transformations without permanent repercussions. Look at Nicole Kidman. Look at Katie Price. Look at the Kyle Jenner. Look at the Kardashians. You know, hey, they're worth billions. Thanks to you. Remember that the industry is duping you, scamming you, and lying to you, because it's all about make money. So that's what I'm saying to my daughter. You're obsessed with hair care. She has curly hair. Very hard to find here in Asia people that understand curly hair. Well, you know, jump on the bandwagon and create your own products. Share your teenager daughter's experience as a mother. Share your 9-year-old, I think it's Gen Alpha now that they're calling it. And I've just written an article. You can come at me. I'm a chameleon generation. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names, they really won't hurt me. So just for anyone down under with a salon, don't call people like us who have money an old hag, who own property. We're a different era, who can drive luxury cars. Why would you jeopardize your brand in social media? Old hag. What else was I called? A Karen. I had mental health issues and I'm boring. Isn't it interesting? My generation, when I attack, I'm trolling. No, we had a different kind of bullying and it was face to face. An old hag, Australian term, means old woman. Yeah, old, I don't know. Ask Jennifer Lopez how she feels in her 50s, or Trini Woodhull in her 60s, who created Trini, a brand in her 50s, now worth 300 million, and that's down to her makeup. So, and Trini gets all Botox and get her lips done. So, Trini, I can see the transformation, and it's not as extreme and artificial as Katie Price, Adriana Grande. Isn't it horrific? I mean, honestly, that's our young girl's inspiration. The drug of Zambia, I never say it properly. Yeah, well, that's really upsetting the beauty industry, but you can all see that the muscle mass, they look horrendous. There's side effects with everything. The side effects, Russian roulette with vaccines as well, isn't it? So join the debate, and I don't know, I've woken up this week and God's put it on my heart to talk about the beauty industry, and the business of fashion talked about it this week. The Telegraph UK always read my articles and then copy it and add a lot more research, which is great. Helps me, it helps them. So as I said, I am going to get a nose job. I'm not sure when. That'll be set me back for 10 grand. Going to get my lips done. I don't know when. I don't know. I'd really like to endorse someone that knows what they're doing with the microblading, that where I come. Who would I say's had an amazing, overhaul, cosmetic surgery, but it's been very subtle. I think Jennifer Lopez is a good example. I wonder, Kate Blanchett, I don't know. She looks amazing, right? I mean, Demi Moore and Nicole Kidman, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, Nicole Kidman's a disaster. Danny Minogue as well, Kylie Minogue, fillers, I think they're just horrendous. Tom Cruise, weren't we like, what did he do? And then he's obviously retracted. So if you know of people that have had cosmetic surgery that are famous, that but look still natural, drop their names, because I don't know, but I can tell you what, Nicole Kidman is a disaster. It looks horrendous. And Kylie, a lot of fillers. I just end up having that puffiness about them. Danny Minogue. I mean, Kate Winslet, aging graciously. Helen Mirren, yeah. And The Devil Wears Prada. Yes, who else? So, in fact, I'm sad to say that when I look in the mirror at these magazines or social media and you see our iconic women in their 70s and 80s, you think, oh, she's aged. But they're the ones that are embracing cosmetic surgery just subtly. If you needed to transform me, what would it be? But I can tell you this for now. I'll be doing it because I'm doing it. I ain't doing it. And I definitely will be going in. I don't want to look like a Nicole Kidman. Please do not make me look like Nicole Kidman. Please don't let my friends see me and say, where's the Gracie gone? And I had a friend spent €30,000. I'm not kidding you. When she walked, when we met up, I didn't recognise her. And it didn't look good. So if you're going to Turkey, which Katie Price does, and if that's what I'm going to look like, I don't want any part of it. Just be very mindful on what you spend. Isn't it a poverty mindset? Isn't it amazing? I'm going to Turkey because it's cheaper, or I'm going to Thailand because it's cheaper. Not cheaper in Thailand anymore. I can assure you, I live here. Teeth whitening, Invisalign, dentistry, it's the same price. Trust me, I've done my research. Definitely go to Korea. Maybe I need to go to Korea, but then you've got to understand I am a Western face, or, Italian. So you've got to work with someone that understands what a European looks like. And, as I said, my daughter gets really upset here. She's like, Mama, they don't understand curly hair. And then I'm like, well, just get a trim and create your own products. Asian people don't have curly hair, and go to Korea, go to Seoul. And it's not an outlet. It's just a big mall, open 24 hours and 10 levels of pure beauty industry. And, do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there next year. It's been a long time. Love Seoul. Swadika, Kapunka. Welcome to Thailand. Everything links in the below. The White Lotus, the last episode's coming out. And from K-pop, isn't she gorgeous? It's a tragedy here to also see Asians trying to look like Western people. That's even more tragic. And the whitening. I've got to be careful when I bought skincare. My daughter goes, Mum, that's so you can be white. So I just put it on because I've paid money for it. And yeah, it didn't work, which was good.